This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Eiffel TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're in Bolton here with Amir Khan, fresh from New York, and
That's right.
a great points win over Chris Algieri.
Yeah.
Just looking back, how do you assess your performance?
Obviously, I see it myself. I think I've been a little bit hard up on myself, but I don't think it was the best performance. I fought better than I did that night against Chris Algieri last Friday night. Got the win, that's the main thing, but I just didn't feel the same. I felt a little flat going into the ring. I felt a little overworked. Just didn't feel the same, Amir Khan. You know, that spring wasn't there, that explosiveness wasn't there, speed wasn't there, and I just really didn't get myself going. No, it wasn't because I was fighting Chris Algieri. It wasn't because, you know, I think I might have just maybe done a few things wrong in camp, and it's all a learning curve, and I'm glad it's happened now, and I can learn from it. Imagine it was against a big fight, you know, so it's all a learning curve, it's all experience, but the main thing is we got the win, and we're back home, and we're all healthy.
I read some comments on social media about you putting a little bit of blame on Virgil Hunter as overtraining you. Can you clarify whether you made them comments or not?
No, I didn't blame Virgil Hunter. I just thought I was overtrained a little bit. Obviously, I did a lot of sparring, a lot of training, but I'm not blaming Virgil. And the relationship between me and Virgil is still very good, very strong. And obviously, my next fight is going to be still with Virgil as my trainer. But no, I just think I should speak out a little bit more. That's what I meant. Because I'm a very quiet guy. Even the days when I'm tired or I want a day off, I'll never have a day off. And I think sometimes having a day off is only going to make you fresh for the next day of training. So I just need to maybe stand up a little bit for myself and not just keep killing myself in the gym. Obviously, I know I'm a fighter and I was in camp for a long time. So maybe every day when you're in the gym training hard, it is gonna put you, slow you down. It's gonna weaken you. And so yeah, it's all a learning curve. I'm glad it's happened now, like I said, and I can just fix it now.
I'm going to ask you about a tweet you sent out in reference to cheats within the sport, Amir. Can you make any comment on that, or will you make any comment on that?
I mean, to be honest with you, I just think boxing needs to be a clean sport, and there's a lot of cheats out there, and I want to. It's always good to maybe wake a lot of fighters up and say, look, guys, it's not the right way of doing it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fighters who do cheat, and obviously me, after a tough fight against Chris Algieri, I just want to make other people realise that, look, even if you have a tough night, it just brings a lot more out of you. A lot of people will have more respect for you. But when you start cheating in the sport of boxing, it's never going to be, you're never going to have that respect when you get caught. But some people get caught, some people don't get caught. But like I said, maybe it just puts it in their mind that, look, if they are going to cheat, there's no point doing it, because it's not going to be a level playing field. Then you just deep down they know themselves. And so it's just for the people who cheat in boxing, it's just not right. You know what I mean? It was just a tweet I just wanted to send because I just heard something about someone in America that I thought was a little bad, and I thought, you know what, why cheat? So that didn't go to it was to an individual, but obviously I don't want to mention his name. So
that's fair enough. Last year you spent most of the time, obviously, as well as fighting, obviously Mayweather in your sights. It wasn't to be for you last year in that respect. This year, obviously Mayweather's 49th fight, September the 12th. Apparently, is it now or never with Mayweather?
Yeah, obviously, look, it's now or never, so that's why I really want that fight to happen, because Mayweather out there is the best welterweight out there, is the perfect number one, and obviously you want to fight the best and the biggest name in boxing. I think we're touching distance away from it now. We have been for the last couple of fights. Where does Mayweather go from here? Where does Amir Khan go from here? Now, I'm in a position where there's other names out there. If the Mayweather fight doesn't happen, you've got the likes of Keith Thurman, Broner, Bradley, Marquez, you got Pacquiao, so there's some big names out there for me. But Mayweather is the one I want. Obviously, Mayweather's styles make fights, and I think the style I have would definitely give Mayweather problems. It might not give him that much problems to Algieri, but it would give Mayweather a lot of problems. Like I said, styles make fights. So I really believe the style I have for the Mayweather fight would be just right.
I've already heard you say that you haven't watched Kell Brook's fight against Frankie Gavin, but as you was told earlier on, Eddie Hearn had a lot to say in the post-fight press conference regarding your previous opponents as being non-punchers at welterweight, and also reference to Diaz and Molina as well, and also making comments that you believe you can win the fight, but you're scared of losing to Kell Brook because that eliminates Mayweather out the picture.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, Joe Jordan had a very, very low knockout percentage. Frank Gavin had a very low knockout percentage. And this is sort of like Kell Brook, who's fighting who's the world champion fighting these guys. And look, I'm not even going to get into it, to be honest with you. Look, Eddie Hearn, I respect him as a promoter. He's a promoter who's going to look after fighters and look after his own fighters. My team, let my team do their job. Let Eddie do his job. Eddie, you stick to your work. I'm going to stick to mine. Obviously, I'm happy with my career. I'm happy the way my career is going. He should be happy. It seems to me he's not happy the way his career or the way things are going for him, because that's why he's always having a go at me or trying to, just pick on little things. But look, I'm happy the way my career has gone, and I think the only person who's got an issue against it is Eddie Hearn. So just let it be. I'm not really bothered, to be honest with you.
You'll be sick to death of even talking about Kell Brook, and I think Kell Brook kind of feels the same way in a certain respect, because the media are always still asking questions about you two until you two have fought. What would you say was the definitive answer to why Khan versus Brook isn't happening right now?
I've got a few names that I want to fight. Obviously, Mayweather is the big name I want to fight first, and then see where we go from there, really. But at the moment, Mayweather I'm looking at. I've got my eyes on that fight. If that fight doesn't happen, obviously, look, you got names like the names I mentioned previously to you. But at the moment, look, Kell Brook, it just doesn't interest me at the moment.
Fair enough. All right, this is KUGAN CASSIUS with Amir Khan here at the Gloves Community Gym. Thank you very much.